Joe Marino. What have we called you over the years? Deputy Mayor, Mayor Extraordinaire.
I've gotten a lot of worse titles, I think. So these are
Yes,
they're welcome.
Yes, they're not. There's nothing bad there. Okay, Joe. What are your thoughts on? I mean, first of all, we were talking with Mitch about when you really think about, like, I'm looking at the population of Albany right now. Utica is at about 60,000. Somebody look up the population of Albany in the city of Albany. Utica is at like 61,000. And think about where we were. This was a city the size of over 100,000 people. And today, Albany, I don't think has 100,000 people.
Just short, 98,000.
It is? Yeah, like 98,000 people. Think about where this region was back in the 60s and early 70s before the decline. I mean, it's crazy, right, Joe?
Sure. Well, that's actually a good point, Bill, because, I mean, if you think about it, this city is actually set up for, and the infrastructure set up for 100,000 people. So, we have room to grow, right? So that's kind of what the county executive was talking about and what we've been trying to push here for the last half a decade.
So what are your thoughts about a casino downtown? And the United Nations? This is a big step. I mean, it was just a few years ago we were still all talking about the deal, right? And now everybody seems to be working together and bringing the United Nations in to invest into downtown Utica. That's a pretty big step.
It's a huge deal. It's an ambitious goal, and I think it deserves every opportunity to have the best foot forward put into it. I think we got to just make sure that we do everything the right way. And like I said, I've been saying that area down there is prime for development in terms of entertainment, sports entertainment, family entertainment. In this case, the gaming entertainment, I think we got to give it a chance, and we all got to push together and make sure that we really build that area up.
So here's how we tend to try to get a feel for where everybody is on certain topics. You kind of can tell by like there's a certain group of people that when they come out and they maybe would come out against this, it would make me believe that maybe the mayor of Utica is going to be against this. And we're going to talk to Rob Palmieri coming up tomorrow, the mayor, in the 8 o'clock hour tomorrow morning. So based on our ears to the ground, I really think the mayor is in opposition to this, at least in terms of having it over at the auditorium. I think that we're going to find when we talk to the mayor tomorrow, he's going to want it down at the harbor. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I hope it's not the case. I think that's a mistake because the harbor is so prime for real estate development in terms of housing and, a niche market of, small restaurants and things like that. I mean, we've heard about a movie theater, which would have been a great idea over there. We've heard about an amphitheater, almost like the way Syracuse has put one into their harbor. I think that there's plenty of opportunity for the harbor, but I don't know that an entertainment district is prime for over there. So, you hope that everybody's on the same page. There's a lot. If you talk about the harbor to that entertainment district behind the Odd, it's really, I know it's separated by some trees, but it's really only about 700-800 feet.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's basically in the same area. Once you get connectivity involved, and you can get people walking and moving back and forth between the two, they're basically interchangeable. So, the comments have organically set that area up for what it is, and I think it's the perfect area for something like a casino. Getting Ray Halbreder in, you're talking about millions of dollars of revenue for the city. It's. I don't know that there would be another place that's better than over there.
All right. So, but you going out and saying you feel that the harbor would be a mistake, that putting it down there would be a mistake.
I think that it would be missing an opportunity. I can't say that it would be a mistake. I mean, if the first idea was to bring it to the harbor, and that was the only idea, because we are kind of, like you just said to your last caller, we're kind of landlocked in the fact that we don't have a lot of acreage to do these kind of things. I think that we're ready and set up for something like the harbor is years away.
And you think that that is another issue because there's contamination there that's still that's a lot of work that still has to be done. But you think more in line with the loft apartments and that sort of thing, a housing complex.
Yeah, well, the roadmap has been designed for harbor areas, even in central New York. I mean, we've seen the way that they could be successful at it. And, you know, we haven't seen, you know, a giant complex be successful in the harbor. That it's set up for housing, and that's what I said about Purcell. I would have loved Purcell, and you know, Purcell kind of again organically just did not succeed in that area, and I think that was because it just wasn't meant to be. I don't think that anybody pushed it away or helped it, you know, go forward. I think that it was just organically not meant for there, but a harbor is. You know, I told Purcell a million times, why don't you look 700 feet to the north and see if we can get something done? And you know, look, like you said, you know, I hope the mayor is on board with at least letting us try to succeed. You know, and we can only hope to work together on it all.
We'll see what the mayor has to say tomorrow morning. Joe Marino, Councilman, thanks so much. We appreciate your time this morning.
Guys, thanks so much. Have a great morning.